Can you see?
Yeah.
It's not calling the get card list. It's not doing that.
So this is not calling the get card list?
No, it's not. Because you were not clearing the log, so you actually thought it was the same log, right? So if you are taking a look at your log card, it's very essential that okay. We can clear this, all right? Let's clear this.
Okay.
Clear this. Get away this. And let's disagree. Let's go back. Where is it again? See it? You see it?
It's not caught, but
It's not.
is it attached? Yeah.
It's really
And let me. All right.
hold on.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, let me do it on this computer. I'm tripping.
So this is being called this is being called when the application comes up, right?
Right.
This is being called when the application comes up. So
That's not
probably
the cart list.
no, these are probably logs from the device already.
Right.
So let's clear this. All right, you've not done anything as at this time.
Okay.
You've not done anything. So this is actually what matters. You click matters.
Right.
Are you making any calls as of now?
No, just that login, but not the get cart list, not yet.
Sorry. Let's clear this.
And then if you clear that out and then sign in, then it's going to call the get cart list.
It's 3.
No, it's 3 at
the top. Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, it makes that call. So that's the get transactions, and then the get cart list is.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's go back. All right. So clear this. Then we can maybe show sign in. And clear this. Let's show. And this is clear.
See, it doesn't make that call there.
Can you see?
Yeah, it doesn't make the get cart list call there.
All right. So you actually reading because you were not clearing it. It was showing everything together. All right.
Yeah.
So you were not reading it.
But that was what I was saying earlier. Is that the difference between this is that this is the intermediary step. So it shows this screen right here instead of making that get card list call. Whereas when I try to do the single sign on for this, it tries to bypass this step and do the get call list and then generates that the response that's basically saying that it's not.
So are you saying this is correct?
This is correct for this screen, but this has to be mimicked when the person signs in with the single sign-on button.
No, when the person signs in with the bank, sorry.
Yeah.
when it ties in with the bank.
Yeah, then it's supposed to do that same thing, but what it does is it does the fetch card list.
So which means when you do like this single sign on, is it this observable that is being called?
That's not the single sign-on. That's the multi-step. The single sign-on
Not this is actually in the other class right here.
This is the
So
single sign-on right here. This is where
so
this
this is where
observable
this
is called, and you
observable is
see it's the
called,
fetch
and you
card
see it's the
list, just
fetch
like in the
card
other
list,
one.
just like in
There is no step
there
to check.
there is no step to check to do the
the terms and conditions.
the terms and conditions.
And that's where
and then you can even see right here that they even fetch it, assuming that
if statement
this
is
if
not met on
statement
the other
is not
page, but
met on the
the
other
right way.
page, but
Then they
the right
call
way.
this fetch
Then
card
they
list.
call
So
this
they
fetch
have an
card list. So
intermediary
they have an
step
intermediary step
for a
for
person
a
who
person
has an
who has an
account
account
that needs those terms and conditions generated. And that's my
and that's my
wrapping my
I'm
banging
wrapping
my
my
head over it
banging
because
my head over it
I'm
because
assuming that
I'm assuming that
basically.
Let me see. Do it on your
Do you want me to do it with the new
do you want me
user,
to do it with the new user,
or you want me to do it with a
or
user
you want me to
that
do it with
doesn't need
a
the
user
terms and conditions to show?
that doesn't need the terms and conditions to show?
Okay.
User terms and conditions.
Okay.
I do it with an OG first
Yeah.
for.
So this is the person who is
So
not
this
accepted
for
the
an
terms and
OG that
conditions.
has accepted
Yeah.
the
So
condition, right?
this person who has not accepted the
So the
terms
terms and conditions are supposed to
condition. This is
show
a
when they
new
log in.
user.
All right.
Condition
So
supposed to show when they log in. All right. So
what I do is I just generate this QR code.
So what I do is I just
code or take a picture of that code. So copy that code. And so now when I launch the app, or I can actually do it with the app.
Check something.
All right.
All right. You ready? Or
just let me know
just
when
let
you're
me know
ready.
when you're ready.
I almost checking something. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. So let's just say I clicked on this button
and then posted this payload, right? Which is
then supposed to send this over here, and it's supposed to go in and show those terms and conditions, but instead it shows your current session expired. Please sign in again. And then when I look in the method and I look, I see that
what they're doing is they're calling the get card list, right? And they're generating this request code,
doing a response code, which is supposed to be 0. So that tells me that they're calling this list prematurely. What's supposed to happen is, or at least from my understanding,
what part of your code is actually logging in the code is actually single signing?
It's the SS.
It's the SS.
What part of the code is doing the single signing? When you click launch, what part of the code is executed?
Okay, so basically, you have to go here. From here, you have this SSO that payload that's generated, right? And then goes to the next intent, which is the login options. You see this is right here. This is the intent. So then it goes to the login options, and then and then it
where the service being called.
Right. So this is the if statement for the intent for the payload right here. This is what's where the SSO is passed into the activity, and then right here this view model, which leads you right back up to the top. That one that says the fetch card list that I was in. So this SSO response is what's up here. You see it?
Yeah,
Fetch.
just hold on. We good. So can you do the signing again? The single signing. I want to
Oh,
look
okay.
at
Okay,
I have
I have
to
to
generate a
generate a
payload
payload
first.
first.
One
One
second.
second. Actually, I have to do this first.
Yep.
Yep.
zero.
Yep.
Yep.
And
And
The
then
unfetched card list one is zero.
exactly.
So what
And
happened?
so
So
yeah, you
yeah, you
fetch the
fetch the
cart
cart
list, and
list, and
then
then
you
you
either
either
generate
generate
the
the
dashboard
dashboard
activity,
activity
or you
or you
generate
generate
the
yeah.
So what is the issue? What is the issue? Because I've still not understood what the issue is exactly.
So
So
the
the
issue
issue
is
is
that
that
when a
when a
person
person
signs
signs
in
in
with a
with the
user
user
that
that
has
has
that
that
new
new
user
user
account,
account,
it's
it's
not
not
supposed to
supposed to
fetch the
fetch the
cart
cart
list.
list.
It's
It's
supposed to
supposed to
show the
show the
terms and
terms and
conditions, and
conditions,
they
and they
have to
have to
accept the
accept the
terms and
terms and
conditions
conditions
before
before
it
it
shows the
shows the
cart
cart
list.
list.
And what
And
it's
what it's
doing
doing
is
is
bypassing
bypassing
that
that
terms and
terms and
conditions
conditions
step,
step,
which I
which I
guess is
guess is
ingrained
ingrained
into
into
this
this
app
app
somewhere.
somewhere.
Because it is always returning zero.
Well,
Well,
it's
it's
always
always
returning
returning
zero,
zero,
which
which
obviously
obviously
fetches
fetches
this
this
cart
cart
list.
list.
Mm-hmm.
So
So my
my
assumption, what
what
I
I
You
thought,
know,
thought,
you understand what I'm saying?
yeah,
yeah,
it's
it's
always
always
fetching
fetching
zero
zero
instead of
instead of
some
some
other
other
number.
number.
But
But
if
if
I
I
just
just
replace what the fetch zero with some sort of code
replace
that basically says, if this is a new
what code
user,
user,
then do
then do
this,
this
else fetch the
How do
cart
you know?
list.
How do you know if
else.
it's a new user?
Um,
Um,
I'm
I'm
not
not
sure, to
sure
be
to be
honest
honest
with you.
with you.
Exactly. So it's not. Exactly. If I'm right, let before I conclude, let me run through everything again. Uh, so everything works fine except for the single sign-in use case, right?
Right.
Right.
So the single sign-in use case has two use cases. The first one is a single sign-in for an existing user that has accepted the terms and conditions, right?
Right.
Right.
And then a single sign-in for a new user that has not accepted the terms and conditions.
Right.
Right.
So for a single sign-in for an existing user that has accepted the terms and conditions, you are not showing the terms and conditions. You are not meant to show. You are just supposed to move forward and fetch card list.
Right.
Right.
Does that work?
Right.
Right.
Does
But
that work right now?
No, it doesn't fetch the list for the. I mean,
it doesn't
it
it
doesn't
doesn't
get
get
past the
past the
sign
sign
on
on
for the
for
new
the new
user.
user.
And
And
the
the
No,
thing
no,
thing
is,
no. I'm not talking about the new user. I'm saying single sign-on for an existing user.
oh
oh
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yes,
For an
for the
existing
existing
user, it
user it
works
works
perfectly
perfectly
fine.
fine.
So for a new user, you are supposed to accept your terms and conditions before fetching the card list.
Yes.
Yes.
So the card fetch of card list is failing because you've not accepted the terms and conditions.
Yes.
Yes.
Good. So you can't know if it's a new user because it's always returning zero. Is that the case?
I believe that might be the case, but
I
then on
I
the
believe
flip,
that might be the
What
case,
what
but
we're going
then
to
on the
try
flip,
is generate a payload for a user that has not accepted the terms and conditions, and then let's try it. Let's see if it's going to return zero.
okay.
okay. It-
I
I
think it
think it
returns
returns
two.
two.
Okay, let's see. Let's see.
Okay.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right.
And I tried to implement that
implement
as
that as
well,
well.
but
But
it
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 was
was
acting
acting
weird.
weird.
But
But
I'll
I'll
show it
show
to
it
you.
to you.
So this is a user that has not accepted the terms and conditions.
Right.
Right.
This is
This is
the
the
user
user
that
that
hasn't
hasn't
accepted the
accepted the
terms and
terms and
conditions.
conditions.
This
This
one
one
that
that
I'm
I'm
generating
generating
right
right
now.
now.
Alright.
No,
No,
did
did
this.
this. And
All right, hold on. Zero.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
it's
going to
going to
be
be
zero
zero
regardless.
regardless.
So
So
this
this
is
is
why
why
I
I
just
just
replaced the
replaced the
zero
zero
with
with
what
what
was
was
supposed to
supposed to
be
be
that
that
if
if
statement,
statement,
because
because
I
I
know
know
that
that
they
they
have
have
some
some
way to
way to
determine
determine
whether or
whether or
not the
not the
user is new or not
user
on the
on the
multi-step
multi-step
login.
login.
Do you
You
see what
see
I'm
what I'm
saying?
saying?
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is basically returning. So probably there's a way we can check. I'm afraid there's no way for us to tell if it always returns zero. So apparently zero signifies that the user has been signed in. All right, that the signing process was successful. It doesn't tell you that he's a new user. It doesn't tell you if he's an existing user.
Right.
So I think you need to be able to like figure that out. That oh, this is an existing user. I think
Right.
thinking that
But how
But
would
how would
okay,
okay,
sorry.
sorry.
response.
I was
I'm
going to say
gonna say
how are they
how are they
determining
determining
that
that
when you
when you
log
log
in
in
normally?
normally?
I
So apparently, when you log in normally,
because I thought that method was being implemented where it gives you that
That
option,
option,
and
and but you're saying that
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 isn't
isn't
implemented,
implemented,
and that's just
and
an if statement.
that's
yeah, so you have your this is your login response. Yeah, so this is apparently for when you are logging in, like through the traditional method, right? Through the multi-purpose sign process, it gives you a UI model that basically tells you the screen type that should be shown. All right, that's if it is completed or not. Can you hear me?
Yes.
yes,
So they've catered for that for the non-single sign-in flow. All right. So what you have is when you log in through the normal process, it's going to return a login response that takes. So that I think that basically takes. Let me see. All right. So you have login, right? That takes a view model. Hold on. Let's see. Right. So you do. Just wondering where you're passing the username and password. So I think. Anyway, regardless, okay, mark login response. Regardless of whatever you're doing, I don't know how you guys are admin your login, where it's passing the password. I don't know why it's code is kind of straightforward or not straightforward. Which
Okay.
I don't really know what is happening here, but I think you basically log in for you use the login activity. Um, let me
Yeah,
see.
that's the
That's the
username and
username and
password
password
that's
that's
hard
hard
coded.
coded.
Where is it?
Right
Right
there.
there.
That's hard coded. That's why you see it when you.
That's
Okay. Oh God. So what is the login function called? What is the when you log in? When you click the button that does the login, where is it being called?
it's supposed to be the observer for the multi-step. So this login multi-step observer, um, this is supposed to handle the username. So it checks to remember me, the username. Um, and I thought
I think that's the response. You're looking at the response, right?
Oh, you're
oh,
looking for the
for the
request.
request.
I'm talking about the request.
Okay, so let me go up
Okay, so
here
let me
and
go
look
up
for
here and
that.
look for that.
So
So
this
this
is a
is a
response.
response.
So
So
the
the
login
login
multi-step.
multi-step.
This
This
is
is
a
a
UI
UI
response.
response.
So
So
let's
let's
see
see
where
where
this is
this is
located.
located.
So if you look at this.
It
It
might be
might
in
be
the
in the
login
login
tab on the left-hand side.
tab.
This is where it's actually happening.
Okay.
Integrity model. So
Hmm.
Boy.
all right. Right. It's kind of messed up. Right. You're calling this, you're passing that execute login use case. Login use case, but execute.
Yeah, it's a request and
The
response,
response,
basically.
basically.
Anyway, I don't know what's going on there, but I know um, I can't see where they are basically passing the parameters. They are probably possibly saving it in a shared preference. I'm picking it from chat preference to login. That's probably the case because what I can see here is before this is being called, yeah, they're not passing the values, they're just saving. Let's take a look at this. You see that remember me, equals to remember me, whatever it is, I think. Look at the password, it is being used. Okay,
Hmm.
so that's the auto token.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Right, I think so. When you click, like I said, is getting the username and the auto token or wherever. So they are using shared preference. I think that it makes sense now. Preference to confirm. So they're basically saving in shared preference, and whenever you are logging in, they pick from shared preference to do your normal login. So that is fine. But the bottom line is return a login UI response. All right. So the login UI response basically have a UI login UI model that tells if it's that tells the screen is that needs to be open. All right, maybe.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when they are using the single sign in, what happens is that for a new user that has not accepted the terms and conditions, it still returns zero. The zero means that you are successfully signed in, but it doesn't tell you the type of user that it is. So what you would need the backend guy to do is probably provide the response code for you that tells you, yes, it is signed in, but this is a new user, or yes, it is signed in, this is an old user, or any other thing that is invalid. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what you need to see with the backend guy to let you know what to let you to give you the proper response code for a signing user that has accepted the terms and conditions and a signing user that has not accepted the terms and conditions. Because if you take a look at what is happening here, in your login, you realize that when you actually get the response for this, sorry, you realize that when you actually get the response of this, what you have is you are getting a UI login model. So this login response has a state model that can either be this or wherever. It has a screen type, all right? But this does not have it. This is just an integer. This is just an
Yeah.
this is just an integer. It doesn't tell you something about the screen type. So I don't know if you if any login happens thereafter. Actually don't know. But I know that this basically returns. So what happens is when it gets the code, right? It let's see. It gets the code, this is the payload, right?
Right.
It gets the payload or preference or page reference ID, shows the progress and hold on.
Hello?
Hello?
I can hear you, listen.
Okay.
I can hear you.
So
So
this
this
response for
response
the
for the
SSO
SSO
doesn't
doesn't
return
return
any
any
type
type
of
of
state
state
ID or
ID or
anything like
anything like
that.
that.
What is the page reference ID?
Um,
Um,
it's
it's
just
just
a.
a.
I think
I
it's
think
on
it's
the.
on the.
Hold on, let
Hold
me
on, let
see.
me see.
I'm
I'm
not
not
sure if
sure
it's
if it's
important,
important,
but
but
I
I
think
think
it.
it.
Let's
Let's
see.
see.
Scroll up on the payload. I want to see something. You there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where is it?
I'm looking to
I'm looking to
see.
see.
I'm
I'm
wondering if I could
wondering if I could
say
say
something like
something
if device has S
like
if it
if
has
it has
SSO
SSO
device ID, which is also an
so an
integer.
integer.
Why? How do you know? Because you. What are you getting from the response? Because
Because
Because this is
this is okay. So hold on, this is
this
the
the
request
request
and the
in the
response.
response.
if I do this, uh, let's see something, all right?
Okay.
Okay.
Can you do the single sign in? I want to see what is showing in the log.
Sure.
Sure.
For
For
a
a
new
new
user
user
or
or
User that has not accepted the terms and condition.
okay.
okay.
So go
So
ahead
go
and
ahead and
generate
generate
it
it
again.
again.
Okay.
Okay.
Give
Give
me
me
one
one
second.
second.
It's
It
taking
takes me
a
a
while.
while to open for some reason. Hold on.
Did you
Did you
attach the
attach the
debugger
debugger
to it
to it
or?
or?
I no, I don't. I didn't.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
it's
weird. It's
weird. It's
taking a
taking a
while to
while to
open.
open.
Maybe I
Maybe I
should
should
run it
run it
again.
Oh, hold
again.
on, hold on, hold on. Uh,
Oh,
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 okay,
okay.
that's
That's
why.
why.
All
All
right.
right.
So I
So I
have
have
to
to
generate
generate
that
that.
pic. Well,
Well, I'll
probably
probably
just kind of
kind of
just.
just. This is the get card list, so that's not the SSO. So SSO actually
is that right there.
Have you logged in?
Didn't
Have you
log
logged in?
in. It stopped.
but this is.
I wanted to see the response. Is this the response?
Yeah.
So where are you getting the 0 from? Okay, this is the response code.
Yeah, the response code is 0.
The message code is login 100.
Yeah.
Is there anything here that can tell us if it's a new user or an existing user that has accepted the terms and conditions?
That's the thing. They haven't. I can. Let me see if I can check and figure that out, because I don't think that that's the. Hold on. Let me see something.
Where's that?
Well, I'm trying to log into, because they do have some login
or some codes, but I'm not sure
if
if that login underscore 100 is supposed to symbolize someone who has accepted those terms and conditions or not. I was going to see if I could find the
Because
list.
that's what you need to do. You need to be able to identify what's tell the difference between user.
All right, give me 1 second to log in
to see if I see that. Let's see, 66. Wait, let's move real quick.
Okay, gotta do it
Do it again. Right.
Please and please, my fellow Nigerians, I just want to ask one question. Why is it that in every compound in Nigeria, there's always that one neighbor that will never ever contribute to the upliftment of that compound? Pumping machines, well, they will never contribute. If I come back from work, you have been coming back from work for over 19 days now. And you are the one that will still pack your suspicious car and block people. See me now trying to enter the compound. I mean, as if I'm having a trail. Anything you ask them to contribute for, and they will act as if they don't need it. I always wonder, don't they shit, don't they flush toilet, don't they need water? That's my job away for every level. Let's shit. Okay, let's contribute money. Let's wait for the end of the month. I'm taking my everything I'm listening to. Every day I was calling I don't know. It's like they have a spirit in them. They are the only ones that will not park their car where they will block you in on. They won't come outside. Not finally come outside. Brother, sorry, I sleep. Are you mad? They will park car in such a way that even the greatest driver in the world cannot come outside. And so, if you see me now when I was driving like someone, as if I was driving a ship. And look at there's evil spirit in your body, sir. You are mad. Why? Why are you unfortunate?
What natural brown food do you know that can help a man perform better in bed?
I think a carrot.
How often should this
Every day.
heard plantain? Sorry, banana red. Sorry, I heard, but I wouldn't know.
I think I know of some fruits.
That could.
Unwaya.
What's that?
Tiger nut and co. Tiger nut, coconut, whatever else.
It's like tiger nut. Can help improve libido. It's a natural 40, 50 minutes. So you cannot do above 10, 15 minutes, do below 3, below 5 minutes. Perhaps she go and check herself. She go and put that. You enjoy it.
Where is it?
I'm actually checking to see if I can find something that shows that. They have another one that I have to kind of look up to see.
As per the papa of the mountain before, correct name one no can say that. Yes, I'm we call them marvelous wonders. No, the only marvelous wonders. Come on, call them marvelous bench.
Login successful. 100. That's all that means.
What about 101?
The service cannot be reached.
What was it showing? Can we see what it was showing?
It was showing 100. Right here. Login successful.
Where is it?
There was I think one we had it.
No, it was here. It was in long cards. You have to search for it.
What is it?
Can you log in again with that guy?
Sure.
Not in run. Don't put it in run. All right. Put it in long cards.
Okay.
There's no point. Take this out. Can you log in again? Single sign in.
Okay.
Are you logged in now?
No, I'm actually
logged in now.
I'm pasting it now.
Hold on. Before you launch.
Oh, it already did.
You already did?
Yeah, it already failed the single sign-on.
So, can I see the screen where you are doing it? I'm not seeing it, so just.
Okay. Sure.
Wait. I don't think you need to do that. Just hold on. Wait. I don't think so. Then. You don't need to scan. You've already generated, right?
Yeah, but the copy button doesn't work.
All right. So why can't you use
that don't work either. Copy and paste.
Copy and paste doesn't work either.
All right.
Yep.
I tried all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
now
now
this
this
message
message
one
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 one.
one.
Let's take a look.
All
Let's take a look what it is.
All right.
right.
Response zero login 111.
Login
Logging
successful, but
successful, but
duplicate
duplicate
session exists on the device. So
session. So
basically,
basically,
100,
100, 111,
basically you're saying, and there's nothing
and
here
basically
that
here that
says
says
anything
anything
about
about
it
it
being a
being a
new
new
user.
user.
So
So
Scroll. Let me see for the login. Just scroll.
okay. I'm
I'm
wondering
wondering
how they're
how they're
doing it
doing it
with
with
the.
the.
I wonder what they're passing
I wonder what they're
in
passing
when you
in
sign in normally.
when signing normally.
Are you open your Android Studio and check something?
It is open. Oh, you're not
It is
seeing it?
open. Oh, you're not seeing it?
I'm a
I'm
log
seeing
off
it
of
on
the.
my screen.
I'm gonna log off.
Yeah, I'm gonna log off
Yeah,
of
I'm gonna log off of
the
the
VPN and maybe
VPN
that'll
and maybe
help.
that'll help.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Wait.
the
the
VPN
VPN
slows it
slows
down
it down
because there
because
has
there
to
has
be
to
a
be a
parameter
parameter
set
set
in
in
the
the
um,
um
what's it
what's it
called?
called
In the
in the
login,
login.
there
There
has to
has
be
to
a
be a
parameter set
parameter set
in that
in that
UI
UI
model that
model that identifies
whether
whether
it's a
it's a
new
new
user or not.
user or not.
So I
So I
Where,
guess
guess
where's oh god, what's going on?
what
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 hello?
hello.
Yes. I accept the remote section.
Sure, except
Sure,
that
except that
do you
do
have
you have
control?
control?
Nothing is clicking.
I think it's
I
the
guess that
VPN.
VPN.
Cool.
Cool.
Right.
UI
UI
state
state
operation
operation
completed.
completed.
UI
UI
state
state.
So the response for this, the response for your UI state model, when you log in, you normally get, all right, you see, there's a screen type. But for the other one, it doesn't have like a screen type, UI state model, right? So when you log into the single sign-in, um, now how do I put this to you? If I clear this, and I decide to log in as this, you're going to watch out for something.
Well,
Well,
that's a
that's a
regular.
regular.
That's
That's
not the
not the
single
single
sign.
sign. That's not.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you realize that it has what is it called? Right, hold on.
You
Use
get
it
the
for
screen
screen
type.
type.
Where is it? It should be somewhere around here. Huh.
Is it the state
Is it the state
name?
name?
Is it yes?
I think it's.
I can't
I think.
find.
I think it's. Oh yeah,
Oh
you're
yeah, you're
right.
right.
I find this thing on the response. So this is serialized name. And besides, that's where they're getting this the screen type from, right? So it's not there. Doesn't make sense. Exactly. uh, So what do they have here? Wow. Hold on.
Well,
Well,
couldn't I
couldn't I
do it
do it
off
off
of
of
login
login
successful
successful
though?
though?
Well, I really don't know because I can't even find your response right here. So I can't see anything for sure. I
No,
No,
can't.
what I'm
what I'm
saying is
saying is
for the
for the
SSO.
SSO.
So if
So
I
if I
say
say
if the
if the
login is
login is
successful, then show
successful,
this
then
screen.
show this screen.
Show what screen?
The
The
terms and
terms and
conditions
conditions
I
screen.
screen.
see operation completed.
Oh, but
Oh, but
that's
that's
not
not
gonna.
gonna.
You can see operation completed here, which is
Oh,
Oh,
false.
next
next state
state
ID.
ID.
That's
That's
it.
it.
Okay.
The
The
next
next
state
state
ID
ID
on
on
that
that
same
same
line.
line.
Yep, you
Yep, you
see
see
it.
it.
Next
Next
state
state
ID
ID
equals
equals
63.
63.
What is 63?
I'm
I'm
thinking
thinking
that
that
that's
that's
got to
got to
show
show
what
what
state
state
that the
that the
phone
phone
has to
has to
go
go
to
to
next.
next.
But that's not the case because if you take a look at the screen, the code says if the operation is failed, you have to check the UI state model dot the screen type. Right? So if you check the UI state model, which is this, the response doesn't have a UI state model. At least I'm not seeing any. You see? I'm not seeing any UI state model. Something like that. So I'm kind of like confused where it's coming from. I should clear this over again and go back and log in. So maybe you are saying the response are not being logged, but is there anything like remember me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that. Remember, something like that. I don't know. Like, is it that the CLI is different or what? I really don't know. So, um,
State ID 65.
because I can't search. I'm looking for the response. Anyway, so let me check something. So it's Java.
Response
Response details,
details,
doesn't
doesn't
that
that
generate
generate
a
a? I would imagine response. Oh, well,
you know, nope,
that
that
doesn't do
doesn't do
anything.
anything.
Can I see your retrofit? The
You
where
mean
is
The
the
service,
retrofit?
the
the
ser-
ser-
the
the
endpoint? Is
endpoint,
that
is
what
that
you
what
want
you
to
want
look
to look
at?
at?
Yeah, yeah, the API client. Let me see.
Yeah, there you go.
Not this. I mean the where everything is being set up. The retrofits when a retrofit is being initialized itself, not the service API.
Oh yeah,
Oh
there you
yeah,
go.
there you go.
All right. I think there's something I need to add here. That's yeah, there.
What?
What?
Oh, you're
Oh, you
talking
talking
about the
about the
login?
login?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm,
Boy.
boy.
Man, everything looks good. I mean, you are there's login, so which means the body is there, and I'm kind of I really don't know because if what is being equal, you should be there should be this serialized name in the response. I said I don't know, probably something is wrong somewhere, but I can't find it.
Hmm.
I can't find it, so it makes everything quite difficult to debug. Kind of can't find it. It's not. We can't find if we're logging response, we can't find. I can only find operation. Find operation completed. I can't find response
Status.
details. I can't find UI state model, which ideally should be. I don't know.
But
But
that
that
login
login
model.
model,
Yeah, it should be populated from the body, right? It should be it's created from the body. That's a serialized name. It should be created from the body, but
So
so
that's
could
not.
so
so
could
could
we
we
then
then
search
search
the
the
opposite?
opposite?
So
So
like
like
the
the
next
next
state
state
ID
ID
is
is
in
in
that
that
multi-step.
multi-step.
I
I
don't
don't
know if
know if
this is
this
the
is the
right
right
model.
model.
So if
So
I
if I
go
go
next state, um,
next,
oh, this is the activity. This is an
this is an
activity.
activity.
You don't understand what I'm
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saying.
get
I
what
get
you're
what you're
saying. You're
saying. You're
saying it's
saying it's
supposed to
supposed to
be in
be in
this
this
model,
model.
but what I was saying,
When you log in, if you want to debug, you can check this.
Hmm,
boy,
boy. Man, this is ridiculous.
Difficult problem to solve. I don't know.
I mean, I guess I'm gonna just have to tell them.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
First, you have a UI model here that is acceptance and condition. Wherever TNC, so you know what it is. So if you check, there's nothing like that. So I'm wondering where UI model is from. So UI model, where it is being created, print type, description, and all of that. So if you take a look at description is
Screen type. I see what you're saying.
it's nowhere in kind of weird because you are saying this is being created from this is where it is being used and
So
I guess I have this question.
no, I'm coming. Good. Got it.
What?
So I think they're basically mapping it. You have the mapper that maps the data. So this is the response data. Yes, ID 63. So the operation is false. So if it is false, converting to UI model, they convert to UI model. Do print type. What key are they looking at for? So let's take parameter key. Parameter of that list. Let's say parameter of that list. You have a list, parameter of that list. Wow.
If you open up that array, will it show you text associated with it?
No. So they're probably hard coding it, I think. So we have state machine, state ID. Is from asset
Yeah, I
dot
think the
state
state machine determines whether or not the state name.
ID is 63. All right. So asset dot state machine. I don't know why they are coding this value though. You have state machine.
Because it says it, enter token. It says, oh, no.
So these are assets, state machine.
Yeah, accept terms and conditions. So I'm guessing that's what that state ID represents the state name, which is the accept terms and conditions. You see it?
You said?
So down here, you see where it says the state ID. I think
I'm
this
thinking
state machine
it's
is equal.
the
This
state
state ID
ID
is
is
equivalent
equivalent
to
to
the
the
accept
accept
terms and
terms and
conditions.
conditions.
So
So
these
these
are
are
basically
basically
the
the
same
same
thing.
thing.
So that state
So
ID
that
is
state
what
ID is what
represents that screen that needs to show.
represents.
Right. So which means
So the only
So
like
the
way
only
possibly
like way
Hold on.
possible.
Hold on.
yeah.
So this is nested
Yeah, that's
ID.
what I was
Yeah, that's what I
yeah.
was saying. Yeah.
So, hold on, I'm coming. Okay. What's up? Get ready, since. So, yes. Yes. Kind of like, as if, I'm in section. I'm just wondering why. I was heard from this. I know already. I've seen you. Deficit. So what I know right now is it's from the state ID that you basically decide. Right?
Yes.
From the state ID you basically decide what screen has to be shown, right?
Right.
Right.
So if that is the case, it means our next state ID here is null because our operation parameter is true. All right. So the person is logged in and all of that. But when you do a sign in, when you do a sign in of take a look, when you do the single sign in, let's see.
Okay.
Okay.
You want
You
me
want
to
me
do
to
a
do a
single
single
sign
sign
in?
in?
Okay.
Okay.
Have you logged in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
Well, I
didn't
didn't
log
log
in,
in,
but
but
it
it
Did you click launch?
yeah, I
yeah, I
did.
did.
Okay, all right.
And
And
it
it
stopped
stopped
at
at
this
this
break point.
breakpoint.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So the thing is, take a look at this.
Are you
Are you
looking
So
at
looking for
SSO?
SSO?
what rest? See, login. What is your login? Sorry.
Well,
Well, I
I did
did
try
try
to
to
do
do
the
the
single
single
sign
sign
on,
on,
but it
but it
doesn't
doesn't
get
get
past the
past the
login
login
screen.
screen.
Do you see
You
what I'm
see what I'm
saying?
saying?
Yeah, that's because saying section already exists for a user. That's one of it.
SSO
SSO 115
message
message
code.
code.
Does
Does
that
that
message
message
code
code
115
115
generate
generate
every
every
time you
time you
try
try
SSO?
SSO?
Well,
Well,
Can you log in one more time? The single sign in. Can you do it one more time?
sure.
sure. What's going on now?
Okay.
Okay.
So
So
give
give
me
me
one
one
second
second
to.
to. Okay.
What's the response?
The SSO, you have to search for SSO. Oh, sorry. I didn't know you were doing it. SSO request. There it is. That's the SSO.
Okay, so apparently this is the response. Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. There's nothing in response that indicates that.
Mm-hmm. So what you were basically you were calling the card list after login, right?
Right.
So from the response, there is nothing that indicates that. As you can see the this is the response, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the response. So this is token. There's nothing that actually indicates that is a new like a new user that has not accepted the terms and conditions. So you need to discuss with your team to set that up for you before you can actually do anything with it, because you are getting a code called the state, which is 0 or anything else. So you need to like find out how you can do that.
Okay. Oh, this is the okay. So this is the get card list, but this is the response right here. Yeah, this is the response. I mean, this is the request. This is the response right here, and
so what you need to do, if you see the response status, this is it is 100, right?
Yeah.
It means it's successful, but you don't have any ID that tells you if this is a new user or an existing user. I mean, if it's a user that needs to accept the terms and condition or not. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So what you need to do is first you need to find out how you're going to do that. So you are going to discuss with the backend team and say, when the user use the single sign-on, that's the SSO, right?
Right.
If they use the SSO to sign into the application, that you need a code or whatever parameters in the response that should tell if the user has accepted the terms and condition or not, because you need to be able to show the terms and conditions screen based on the response. All right. So
Right.
you have that information before you can now decide to show the other screen. So this is correct. This is a line of code it fall into, but there's nothing that currently tells you if it's a new user or it's not a new user. There's nothing that currently tells you if this user has accepted the terms and condition or not. But if you take a look at the login activity, you realize the next step ID is 63. All right. So using that value to map and then get a UI state model that works for them. But that is not the case in SSO. So they need to like make provision for that.
Okay. So I was in the right place. I just didn't have the right information.
Yes.
Oh wow, that makes me feel a little bit better.
All right.
Cool, man. Thanks. I appreciate the help.
Okay, you're welcome.
So, how much do I owe you?
I think when did you join this call?
Do who?
When did you join the call?
We have to look at the what is it called? Skype to see. I think it shows there.
Sorry. It's 7:30, yeah.
It's 7:30 there. It's 3 a.m. here, so I don't know what that converts to.
Okay. We join at 7:30. That's 7:30 to 9:14.
Okay.
So to about 7:32. So 7:30 to 8:30 is an hour. 7:30, I think 1 hour and let's see, 1 hour 45 minutes.
Okay. All right. So
Where do I
Where do I
go
go
up
up
here
here
again?
again?
Can you
Can you
show me
show
the
me the
website?
website?
I
I
don't
don't
remember
remember
it.
it.
My website, or the website you used for payments the other time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. TransferWise.
A4Y.
A4Y.
TransferWise.
Oh,
Oh,
TransferWise.
TransferWise.
When did you start recording? Hold on.
But
But
that
that
was
was
late.
late.
That
That
was
was
late.
late.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had
We had
started
started
way
way
before
before
then, and
then,
I
and I
was
was
just
just
trying
trying
to.
to.
My
My
recorder
recorder
wasn't
wasn't
working,
working.
so
So
6 digit plan.
oh, hold on, let me get my phone.
Two,
2
two,
2
four,
4
0.
0.
Oh, come
Come
on,
on,
internet.
internet.
Is it loading?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
slow for
slow for
some
some
reason.
reason.
So I
So I
do
do
the
the
send
send
money.
money.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh, you cannot send money. They verify your account.
I
oh, I
thought I
thought I
did
did
that the
that the
last
last
time.
time.
No, you send from my account if you can remember.
Oh, I
Oh, I
thought.
thought.
Remember, I
Remember, I
put my.
put my.
I
I
sent them
sent
my
them my
ID,
ID,
and
and
it
they
and
and
it
No,
it.
wasn't.
I said they verified the account. Your account has been verified.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
so
So
I think that's 175.
okay,
okay.
so
So
like
like
where
where
Emma
where?
said, so you do this.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
I'll
give
give
you
you
control.
control.
You
You
can
can
show.
show.
You
You
can
can
remote
remote
control.
control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right.
Do you
You
have
have
control?
control.
I think I do.
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
Cool.
I'm moving to Canada next month.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
really?
So
So
you
you
did
did
get
get
it?
it?
You said?
So I
So I
said,
said.
so
So
you
you
did
did
get
get
the
the
Canada
Canadian
citizenship.
citizenship.
So I got a job offer from Canada.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
really?
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
cool.
Are
Are
they
they
Uh,
paying
paying
good?
good?
yeah, I think relative to is $95,000.
Okay,
Okay.
Yeah, I heard is that's in Canada. So
that's really
That's
good
really
for
good for
Canada.
Canada.
is it really good for Canada?
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
think the
think the
cost of
cost of
living
living
isn't
isn't
as
as
high
high
as it
as it
is
is
in
in Canada.
US. Yeah. So
So I
So I
hit
hit
continue.
continue.
I
I
don't
don't
even
even
remember
remember
adding
adding
my
my
card,
card,
but
but
yes.
oh,
oh,
cool.
cool.
So
So
you're
you're
not
not
going to
going to
be
be
on
on
this
this
code
code
mentor
mentor
anymore, I
anymore, I
guess,
guess,
since you
since you
got
got
since you're working for this company.
No, I'll still be on coordinator.
Okay.
okay.
Are
Are
you
you
trying to
trying to
come
come
to
to
America
America
after
after
that, or
that, or
just
just
stay
staying
in
in
Canada?
Canada?
I mean, I rather work from remote in Canada for America.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is it.
That's
That's
$61,000.
$61,000.
That's 61,000 there.
Wow.
Our currency doesn't have a lot of value, if you can, as you can see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sorry, I can't see what is here. I think this is
Oh,
blocking
yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Let me.
I'll move.
Yeah, you
Yeah, you
can
can
move
move
it
it
with
with
this
this
on the
on the
right.
right.
So
So
just
just
out the way. Accept.
accept.
And
And
I think that is all.
But isn't that? Don't I have to choose what card I have to pay with?
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, I gotta put in my information. Hold on. Let me get my. Well, I feel like I'm getting a little bit better.
Yeah, sure.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I think you just need to like nail out to like debug thoroughly.
Yeah.
Debug thoroughly. And you should be. I think you also should be confident. And it's about your decision making process.
Oh. You could tell I was a little bit worried.
Very confident about your implementation and say like I realized you were kind of scared that the issue will not be from the backend part.
Yeah.
So be sure what you want and be sure about the data that you want.
Yeah.
So you can say, oh, this is what I need. I don't have it.
Yeah.
If you realize or debug realize that when you sign into SSO, sign into SSO,
Yeah.
there's no mapping of being anything. The response that is being returned doesn't tell you this is a new user or an existing user or nothing like that. So you need to be able to like say, oh, it doesn't have this. This is what it should have.
Yeah.
Right. See the 100 parts as a car that you drive. So you decide the inputs that you need to move that car from point A to point B. So the backend developers basically provide you with those, inputs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so so you got it basically. Oh, it'll be there in an hour,
but you see that you're getting the money though.
Yes, sure.
Cool, man.
Thank you very much.
But you see, cool. Thank you for the help.
At least you've clarified this for me, so I have a better
At least you're better understanding of everything now.
Okay, no problem. Take care.
All right, bye.
Right.